microphone. My microphone is good now. All right. Leave the sun is there. So yeah. So here's the example app, WhatsApp. So here's my friend Mario, the guy that said, "Hey, I would love a WhatsApp automation app where I could send messages to individuals within a group." So I was at his house, and then I start hacking with WhatsApp library, which I'm going to show you in an example. This one here. And if you go here, you can see the library I'm using. It's written in Go. It's very simple to use. Oh, so my link is outdated, so I'm gonna fix this. Let me just go in my code here. Yeah. I'm gonna update my README so you guys can find. So that's the library that I'm using. It's being active, a lot of commits recently. There were a lot of bugs at the beginning. When I was at your house, Mario, I was doing some testing. Most of the stuff were not working. There's still some stuff that's not working in this library still. If you call contacts, it's not working. If you call previous chats as well, it doesn't work. So you actually have to do a little bit of hacking, which here, what I did is when I connect, the first time that I connect, what WhatsApp does is, let me open here, chat service. So Mario, all of this is already written using molecular Go. This is what a molecular service look like. You give it a name. You can give a list of actions, and you can also listen to events. So what this... Oh, true. But what you can do, can you open your browser on Twitch? Because I'm going to be showing you two things. I'm going to be showing you the app. So it's better if I show it here. So it's Twitch TV /Rafael_is we. I'm going to send you here as well in the app. You should receive there in WhatsApp. Ooh, message sent. Here we go. It's working. So the first live demo worked. So, but the other problem is you're going to be seeing it with a big delay, not as I am explaining to you. So let me see if I can share the screen straight with you using this. Do you think if I present it's going to break something? All right, let's see. It's working? Tell me if you can see. Oh, ooh, but my machine is it's very slow now. This thing is consuming a lot of resources. Yeah, I'll just show you this in a minute and then I'll stop and then you can just use Twitch. So this is what a molecular service looks like. You give it a name. You can have a list of actions and then you can listen to events. So this is listening to the login success and it's listening to contact JID added. So that's actually the hack. It's the hack right here. So because the library that I'm using, I cannot, after I do the connection, I cannot get the list of contacts, which would be the most straightforward, right? Like give me the list of contacts, give me all the groups, and then go from there. So during the handshake, which is the first connection, when you do the first connection for a new client, it will send you all the latest messages. So what do I do is, and then when I receive a message, I fire this event here, contacts JID added. So I know when and JID is just a identification for each contact on WhatsApp, right? So in summary, the first time I connect, WhatsApp is going to send me all of the latest messages. And then I listen to all of those messages, and then I get the user and the groups from those messages. So it could well be that if you have groups that you haven't used for the last month or in a year, you're not going to see them in the app. just because of at the moment it's not working. So you're going to see all of the people and the groups that you have interacted recently. I don't know how far it is actually. I need to just have a look. But one way to mitigate that is just if you go to all the groups that you want to make sure they work, you send a message yourself. So even if you send a message, it means a recent message. It doesn't matter who sent it, right? Now, just give you an overview. Of course, I know you're not a coder, but at least at this level should be as simple that you could understand. So let me just, I'm gonna change now to show you another screen, which is the actual app. That's what you want to see. Here, and the idea here is that we're gonna be changing it to have the workflow that you want and to look nice, because at the moment it looks crap. All right. So yeah, let me do the whole flow. So for the developers out there, port 31 is the port that the molecular gateway is listening, and I have the reverse proxy on. So I'm going to show you here in the code. I wanted the CLI. Yeah, so here's where I deploy my service. Yeah, you can see here, if I'm in dev environment, I'm going to turn on reverse proxy, and I'm going to point to the port 3000. So port 3000 is here where I'm running my UI. I'm using Next.js, so you see it's running on port 3000. Okay, so now you know how the environment's set up. So here's the beginning of the app. If I run it now, if I just do login, it's going to say, you already logged in, move on. And here's the list of contacts. Look who's here at the beginning. So what I can get so far is telephone number, status, picture. So I can get all of that, but I cannot get name. I think the name of the contact, it's only on your device. WhatsApp doesn't have the name of the contact. Or if they have, it's not in the API. That's interesting. Because yeah, the contact information that you have within your WhatsApp app actually comes from your phone, and then it links with the phone number, and that's it. But that's all WhatsApp knows. It's not the picture that you upload, of course, your phone number, and then your status. So, and here's the groups. This is just a filter. You can see all of them together, people or groups. For example, the group that you just created is not here, Mario. Why? Because all of this data was loaded when I did my last login. If I wanted to be here, I'm going to do a full login again. And that's what I want to show you from the start. And for that, I need to clean my database. So let me go here. Refresh. I'm going to drop the whole database. So I'm going to populate from scratch. Drop the database. At the moment, this is using Mongo. But I'm going to do also adapter for SQLite, and then you can run standalone on your machine, Mario. Just that the Mongo adapter was the first one I implemented. So now if I refresh this, it's not going to, it's going to say, hey, you don't have a login. So how does the security of this works? So can you see my screen, Mario? Yeah, so when you try to use the app and you don't have a user, a session, it will say, you don't have a valid session. So if you try to log in, it generates a QR code that you have to scan in the app. That's how WhatsApp authentication works. You can all log in with user and password, and you can see here what happens if you wait too long. It times out. So you have to be quick. This is only 30 or 40 seconds, right? So so for the devs watching, so the molecular gateway has HTTP, so you can expose your actions like through a REST API, but it also has WebSockets. So that's what I use to here. If you look on my logs here on the right, I subscribe to login success and login fail, and then after the timeout occurs, and then I haven't scanned my QR code, the login fails. And then I receive this, right? QR code, scan timeout. All right, then go back. So WebSockets is important for this kind of scenarios that you need to be notified by the server. And you can listen to molecular events. So I'm gonna now scan from I have my phone here. I'm gonna scan it. Yep, login successful. Ooh, there was a bug, my friend. So the app just crashed actually. So what the app was doing, the first when you log in, the app tries to load all of the contacts. So it might be something that I changed recently. Oh no, it's a concurrency error. I can't see where it is. Let me start it again. That's the joy of live demos. So I'll go back and clean the database. Let's see how far it go. That can give me a hint of what happened. Oh, it loaded most of the contacts actually. All right, let me just do this last step again. So log in, scan. Here we go. Oop, there's no groups yet. Oh, it's loading. Look at that. Yeah, it's still loading. It's still loading in the background, yeah. That's one thing that I don't understand. Why it repeats some groups? I need to understand a little bit more of this API. It still doesn't have the group that you created. I'm in groups. Yeah. So there's something that I need to investigate a little bit more. So I'm not going to do it now because let me just send a message, see if I'm going to receive it. Because I was, before calling you, I was actually building the part that I need to investigate this, which is at the moment the app's not listening for messages for a long time. So when you connect, you have 2 minutes. A connection is live for 2 minutes. After that, it dies. So if you have the app open for a long time, beyond 2 minutes, I'm not going to be able to receive messages. So I want to fix that first. That's simple. I just have to make sure the client keeps the connection alive. And then I can see why do I have this duplicate here. But one thing that we can test is the simple scenario that you want. For example, if I send this to our group, so if I say send to group, you're going to be sent only to the group. And if I click send to each person, that's the scenario that you want. Let's just test that. Okay. Now, so you should have got it. Yeah. If you look at my screen, look at my camera here on the Meet app. Can you see my screen? My phone, my phone screen. Oh, true, because I shared the screen. Yeah. No, because on my WhatsApp on my phone, I can see that the message was sent individually to each one of the guys. Yeah. But because I'm using my own account, my personal account here to show you, on my WhatsApp show everyone that I send a message as if I have sent them manually, Look at it. And then Junior is answering, say, hey, what's up? Did you send this wrong? Yeah. I'm here doing a test with Mario. All right. Okay, let's now focus on what I want you to hear, my friend. So this is the scenario that we discussed that day, right? Here's another bug. It keeps sending forever because when it sends to you, to yourself, so I should avoid sending to the person, to like sending to myself. because if I don't avoid it, it doesn't work. It sends to no, it does. It actually works sending the message to you, but it will stop there. It will not respond. So either a bug in the library that the guy wrote. So I need to be safe on my side, which is I avoid sending the message to myself, and that's it. All right. So I'm using this component, visual component, for the app. So I show you the steps, right? The first step, not much that we need to change, the first step or the second step to log in. But after we load the app, I was trying to keep it simple. So just have a list of contacts like this. Of course, I needed to take the whole screen. So let's do that at the first step. So why I do this? Tell me about any other scenario that you need. Yeah, you can paste anything here. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Now let me have a look at this code and make it look better. So this is on contacts page. Card body, MB card. Is there a way to search on this site? Oh, here. Good. Doesn't work. Beautiful. There is a search that does not work. I had to buy a new microphone, Mario, because that first one that I bought like 2 years ago when we wanted to do the podcast, that was so bad. Very bad, yeah. But you compensate with your works well. Yeah. They certainly do. Oh, come on. Ah, here we go. I found it. I'm looking for the component I'm using. The visual component. Cards. Yeah, I'm not going to use this. Let me use something else. So this is like a library of visual components. Buttons and things. And what I want at the moment, I want to make this larger. MB container. Let me first see which class is that. This is what a front-end developer does, bro. You make stuff look good. Yeah, this is 100%, so this is not limiting anything. Ooh, it's using a unit that I don't even know. REM. What the heck's that? What is a REM? Hey, I want this to be 100% as well. Can it be? Yes. Okay, so I found the first thing that I need to change. 100% here. Let's refresh this. Cool. Step one. Filters. Yeah, buttons. Let's make them look better. They look ugly. Button group. Fancy. Look at this. But we probably want a button that we can mark. You will know when it's pressed, right? You know what I mean? You want to know which one of those are pressed down. Yeah. So that's how this thing works. Colors, primary, warning, danger. Ooh. Yeah. So groups will probably be your primary action. Oh. So filter, how does the filter work? Okay, we have a filter property. Usually objects have a disabled property. This one doesn't. I grabbed this library the other day because it was the first one that I found, but it is bad. It's no good. I don't like the API. Like the thing I'm searching right here is so simple. It should. Okay, it does have. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So disabled if state not filter is equal to all. Disable is one easy way to implement this, but there could be other ways. Oops. Something did not like what we did. Oh yeah, missing a bracket. You sometimes, because of one character, you break the program like this, my friend. It's not fun. Oops. It's you complaining. Oh yeah, I remember this issue. Have to do a little hack. No, it's not enough. It doesn't disable it. Oh. Ah, my mistake. Copy and paste. Group. So Mario, you think this is visually good enough so you know which one is selected? So because it's disabled, you cannot click it again, right? Also, there is no reason why we couldn't do the following. Where's the title here? Render filter. Hey, I was as I was doing this, I had this crazy idea that use WhatsApp. Here I put the title here. Okay, cool. Okay, one thing at a time. Now we can make this bigger. So the idea that I had here, Mario, was that because this is a list of contacts. Once I do the messages thing, the idea is you go here and then you have the list of messages, just like WhatsApp does, right? No message found. And for the groups, for what you need, the same thing would have a button to go there as well, but be able to put the message straight here. You see, you can put the message straight here. And also, because you need real automation, so I'm gonna put another. Let's do that. Put a text. Put one at the top here. So if you are in groups, like here, I'm in groups, right? Groups. This is too close. I need to put some separation between the buttons. You give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Can I leave those buttons? Size. Small. Muita pressão. Beleza. I'll check that in a minute. Small. All right, cool, awesome. So then what I was saying is if you're in groups, so here you can send a message to the whole team, but what you could do is where am I? So this is the list. Render bulk message. So what I'm thinking is to have a bulk message panel. What the hell is a bulk message panel? If just a second, if so this is only for group. So it's a text area as well. Here we go. Okay, I think you have an idea now. Yeah, I'll show you. Oops. Cool. Oh, there's no item here, my friend. Bulk message. Here, my friend. So the idea is you type a message here. Okay. Yeah. Because that's really what you want. You want to send to a bunch of groups, isn't it? Yeah. That's right. But what I'm saying is multiple groups. You don't want to be just, yeah. So let me just. Have to put a item. Pull right. Let's see a checkbox here for this visual framework. Forms. What are the forms? Checkbox. Oops. Here we go. That's crazy. Templating within templating. So this is bulk. No label. But why it looks so ugly? It shouldn't be looks so. There's some positioning problem here. But it should look like this. That's how it's supposed to look. Why? Yeah. So there could be something wrong, you know? That's what I mean. It's just looking like a normal checkbox. Let me put this image on the right. How's the surf going, bro? That improves the waves. Still what? I see. No, I should put right here. Oh. Then why don't you stick right? Here we go. Absolute. And then I have to put some bottom margin bottom. It's not gonna work. Such a simple thing as aligning things on a browser. There are 1,000 different ways of doing it, and 2,000 combinations for each one. So if you put it in a matrix and you just multiply, you see what I'm talking about. And now let me look at this guy. This guy already have things to do that, so I'm not wasting my time. Layout. Let's see what they have. And you're all by yourself? No, no, not even flatmate? Cool. Oh, she's leaving on Sunday. Going where? Brazil as well? Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday was a good session. Ooh. Although I ended up with a big hit on my chin. It was painful. Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. This documentation is not good. I'm sorry. That looks good. All right. Oh, how it happens. Cool. Here, that's the idea. Yeah. Cool. So what I want was that? Yeah. What I wanted to confirm this with you, so I think that's useful. Sending to all. Um, the other stuff that I wanna. That I want to ask you is, you said that you will likely have you're gonna have another phone number to do just that, so it's not gonna pollute your WhatsApp. Yeah, but they will. So I will. That, but that's. Or, but I will implement a basic way of receiving message here, because if you have an easy way to skim through message and say, is there anything important? You could say, oh, this is important, and then you want to engage with people, right? You're gonna probably say, oh, I'm gonna add you here to this other number, and then we'll. Okay, so. All right, I expected this to be faster, this workflow, looking at this documentation for this library and then making the UI changes, but it's a bit painful. So I'll do that on my own. I will implement the message receive flow, and then implement this bulk send here. The bulk send is just a replication of what I already have done. The message is important because otherwise, when you have new groups, you won't be able to load them into here. You don't want to log in every time. That's stupid. So I want to just keep it alive. So the idea, Mario, when I finish, this is something you can run um, standalone on your machine. But because I'm building this as part of the examples for the molecular Go, I'm gonna have at least three ways to deploy this, like standalone, on AWS and probably on Azure or Google Cloud. It's gonna be a tutorial. So I want to use you as guinea pig, so you can. I wanna have to a certain. I wanna have the documentation to a level that you, not being a developer, just being a computer savvy guy, yes, can deploy. Yeah. Go from start to finish, deploy and use it. So the idea that I was telling you is the crazy idea. If you think about it, I mean, WhatsApp is a free communication infrastructure tool, right? I mean, you can talk to anyone on the planet, pretty fast, free. Now, systems also need to talk to each other, right? I mean, WhatsApp is a system. It is built for people to communicate, and it itself uses a lot of other systems behind the scenes. Now, there is a movement, a big movement for peer-to-peer software. Develop software solutions where it's not centralized. It's peer-to-peer, right? So there are a bunch of technology emerging. One of the issues of those technologies is usability. It's usually slow. It's a bit clunky. And one of the ways people are now that are pushing for those technologies are doing, they kind of augment that with online services. You write a service on a cloud, on AWS or Google Cloud, where when the peer-to-peer is too slow for do certain operation, you do over there for the quick stuff, and then the heavy lifting is you live on the peer-to-peer because you don't have any costs. So where does WhatsApp fits into that? WhatsApp, it's a good idea to build a communication layer, a software component that does just do communication for those peer-to-peer projects, where you're writing a peer-to-peer project. You're going to be using peer-to-peer to communicate, have lifting like sending files and images, etc. But to do the discovery and the quick communication, and chatting something that has to be quick. Using WhatsApp would be wonderful. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy about it because people are going to be using their infrastructure for other things. But that's what hacking is, right? Hacking exactly using something for a different purpose. So I was thinking about that. That's a great idea. And it could well be that that's what this guy is doing because, again, his library works really well to send and receive messages, but doesn't work for anything else. There are a bunch of stuff that doesn't work on it. So, but with sending and receiving, it's enough to do what I just told you. So I'm very interested to see what he's doing with that. In case of molecular, I already had thought about doing that, about writing transporter on top of IPFS. IPFS is a peer-to-peer protocol, open source, and there are others as well. And that's when the idea of the WhatsApp come into the mix. Use that as what's the best way to explain to you? It's like, imagine you're building a communication. Yeah, I was trying to think about to the. Oh yeah, true. I'm just finishing the streaming and then we can have that conversation. All right, I'll be back at finishing the WhatsApp example app later this afternoon. Bye.